Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by longtime Patreon supporter Roxy. Huge thanks to Roxy and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Roxy reached out asking for help upgrading her Leinore Autumn Sovereign deck, and I was more than happy to assist her. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Leinore Autumn Sovereign is a 4-mana 0/4 legendary human noble. At the beginning of combat on our turn, we put a +1/+1 counter on up to one target creature we control. Then, if we control 3 or more creatures with different powers, we draw a card. The two things every commander deck wants to do is ramp and draw cards, so having a commander that draws us extra cards is always beneficial. Now, Roxy has been in an arms race with her husband for many years, and I'm sort of her arms dealer. So when she told me she wanted this deck to be strong and mean, I decided that meant infinite combos. So I made sure to include some. Don't worry, I'll explain them at the end of the video. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is made famous by their boulders. Solid, reliable, and affordable deck boxes. Boulders are now available in solid colors, like this beautiful white one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard solid color boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Quick announcement. I recently came across another creator who makes beautiful 3D printed deck boxes. I'm not sponsored, I'm not getting a kickback or anything. I got his permission to post a link to his Etsy store down below. Feel free to go check him out. After the video, of course. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Windswept Heath, Misty Rainforest, Arid Mesa, Wooded Foothills, Flooded Strand, Temple Garden, Bountiful Promenade, Overgrown Farmland, Sunpetal Grove, Lush Portico, Arctic Treeline, Radiant Grove, Canopy Vista, Croson Verge, Hushwood Verge, Sungrass Prairie, Wooded Bastion, Brushland, Branchloft Pathway, Fortified Village, Selesnya Sanctuary, Scavenger Grounds, Gavany Township, Karn's Bastion, Boseiju Who Endures, Minas Tirith, 5 forests, and 5 plains. Not exactly budget, I know, but that's fine. Our mana ramp consists of Heronblade Elite, Somberwald Sage, Gyre Sage, Solemn Simulacrum, Wood Elves, Knight of the White Orchid, Farhaven Elf, Topiary Stomper, Loyal Warhound, Fertilid, Core Cartographer, Smothering Tithe, and Soul Ring. Gotta keep our opponents in line after all. Our card advantage package consists of Inspiring Call, Eternal Witness, Shamanic Revelation, Recruiter of the Guard, Moonblessed Cleric, Esper Sentinel, Beast Whisperer, Toski Bearer of Secrets, Archivist of Ogma, Orin Frostfang, Worldly Tutor, and Kutsil Malamet Exemplar. I'm sure you're starting to notice a pattern here. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Swords to Plowshares, Beast Within, Generous Gift, Return to Nature, Heroic Intervention, Flawless Maneuver, Reclamation Sage, Lauren of the Third Path, Acidic Slime, Bane of Progress, Manglehorn, Knight of Autumn, and Requisition Raid. Gotta keep our opponents in line somehow. Our board wipes consist of Farewell, Cleansing Nova, and Damning Verdict. Gotta love flexibility. The core of our deck consists of Herd Baloth, Cathar's Crusade, Ivy Lane Denizen, Wildwood Scourge, Enduring Scale Lord, Heliod Suncrowned, Walking Ballista, Scurry Oak, Rosy Cotton of South Lane, Macias the Lunarch, Champion of Lampholt, and Stalwart Pathlighter. Supporting our plan, we've also got Hardened Scales, Vigor, Kami of Whispered Hopes, Ozolith the Shattered Spire, Abzan Falconer, Akroma's Will, Thunderfoot Baloth, Vorinclex Monstrous Raider, and Doubling Season. Yes, I know those are the most expensive cards in the deck. If that's a problem, replace them with Sigarda Heron's Grace and Victory's Envoy. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lanes and 13 pieces of ramp, right on target. 13 pieces of card advantage counting our commander. 13 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Farewell and Return to Nature, no sudden I win cards, but several game-ending combos. Okay, while we do have plenty of ways to generate infinite creatures, the combo I'm referring to is Walking Ballista with Heliod Suncrowned. For those who don't know how the combo works, allow me to explain it. Both cards must be on the battlefield, and Walking Ballista must have at least 2 counters on it. We activate Heliod, giving Walking Ballista lifelink until the end of turn. We remove a +1/+1 counter from Walking Ballista, dealing 1 point of damage and gaining a life. The life gain triggers Heliod, and we then put a +1/+1 counter on Walking Ballista. We then repeat this process until all of our opponents are dead. Similarly, Walking Ballista combos with Vigor and either Kami of Whispered Hopes or Hardened Scales. We remove a counter from Walking Ballista, dealing 1 damage to itself. Vigor prevents that damage, and we then put a +1/+1 counter back on Walking Ballista. Hardened Scales increases that to 2 +1/+1 counters. So if we start with 2 counters, we go down to 1, and then wind up with 3. So every time we do this loop, we increase by 1 +1/+1 counter, which means Walking Ballista gets infinitely large, winning us the game on the spot. Of course, if you'd rather create infinite creatures, you just need Scurry Oak or Herd Baloth, combined with Ivy Lane Denizen, Cathar's Crusade, or Rosy Cotton of South Lane. If 2 of our combo pieces are on the battlefield, all we need is a way to put 1 +1/+1 counter on Herd Baloth, and this deck has a lot of those. By putting a +1/+1 counter on Herd Baloth, we create a Beast token. The Beast token triggers Rosy Cotton of South Lane, allowing us to put a +1/+1 counter on Herd Baloth, which creates a Beast token, repeat ad infinitum. As you can see, there are many fun ways for this deck to win. Hopefully Roxy's able to get some of these combos off against her husband. After hearing what decks he's working on, he deserves it. Do you have a Leinore Autumn Sovereign deck? What's your secret deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgie, Nazwin, Konga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Austin, William, Pye, Kazaris, Buxu, Patrick, Travis, Naffy, Sean, and Michael. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.